Alright, this one's going to be a sleep maxing guide. Number one, try to stop eating 3 hours before you sleep, or more. So basically, if you eat right before you sleep, you're going to have a high body temperature, which will disrupt your sleep because you're going to want to be a little bit cold before you sleep. It will also increase your resting heart rate. It will worsen body composition, worsen insulin sensitivity. At night, your body is also less efficient when it comes to nutrient utilization. So there are multiple downsides from eating right before you sleep. But the main ones are it increases body temperature and resting heart rate, which do worsen your deep sleep quality. So you're not going to be as well rested. So ideally, try to stop eating 3 to 4 hours before you sleep. 3 is enough. It's too long before you sleep, you can be a bit hungry, which worsens sleep quality. But if it's too close to your sleep, you're going to have all these problems. So again, stop eating around 3 hours before you sleep. It's a pretty good idea. Number two, I want to talk about high cortisol versus low cortisol activities. So basically, in the morning, you want to do all your high cortisol activities. So the ones that involve high alertness. So for example, doing cardio, weightlifting, sunlight exposure, hard cognitive tasks. You want to do those ideally in the morning if you're struggling with sleep. And then at night, you want the opposite. You want low cortisol activities. You want, for example, skincare, reading books, meditation, etc. Things that don't take a high alertness state to do them. And this will improve your circadian rhythm because one of the main pathways by which your body regulates your natural circadian rhythm is by cortisol. When your cortisol spikes, your body thinks that it's still early and it blocks melatonin production. And the opposite is also true. If you do stuff that lowers cortisol, you have a higher chance to increase melatonin production, etc. So you kind of want to spike your cortisol in the morning, and then at night, you want to try doing the opposite. Number three, stop screens 2 hours before bed. And I know almost nobody does this, but a lot of people know it. So you have the problem of the blue light, which blocks melatonin production, but that's not all. If it was all, then you could just use a filter. But then you also have the problem of the type of content that people tend to watch is stimulating. Therefore, it overactivates your sympathetic nervous system in detriment of your parasympathetic nervous system. So you stay in a fight or flight mode instead of a rest and digest mode. So you become more energetic and higher in cortisol, which directly interfere with the production of melatonin. So that's the opposite of what you want. And this intersects with the point number two, which is try to have the high cortisol activities in the morning, the high alertness ones, and then at night you want the opposite. You only want things that make you calmer and decrease your cortisol so that your melatonin can actually be produced. And there are way more things that I could talk about, so let me know if you want a part two. And also, if you want access to everything I do and recommend when it comes to skincare, hair loss, health, gym, etc., then you can join the Skool community. It's the first link in the pinned comment. And yeah, I really hope you join. My goal is to reach 50 members this year. And if you don't like it, you can get your money back anyway, but I'm pretty sure you will. I did all the research about these topics so that you don't have to. And I talk about more general knowledge on my channel, but all the specifics, for example, which brands I use, the frequency, the doses, etc., I put it all on the Skool community. So join if you're curious. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video.